It's a bird. It's a plane. No. It is the one and only Kevin Pillar. I believe we have him lined up on the phone. I'm really excited to talk to him. I wish we were talking to him in a couple of weeks like the rest of the country, but how could we not have our man, the star, who got his uniform dirty almost every single day in the best way possible. What an incredible season the Blue Jays had. Kevin Pillar, how are you, man?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing?
Dude, I first off, we're very grateful for your time. I can't imagine how probably everyone's trying to get you guys now that you have a little breathing space. You know what? We said it a few times already today, man. Just to start off, thank you. Really, thank you for bringing a nation together. Thank you. You know that hashtag come together. We did. We all came together, and it was a brilliant season. So thank you so much for it on behalf of all Torontonians, Canadians, to the entire Blue Jay team and yourself.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy feeling, man. Yeah, you know, we're obviously disappointed with the way the season ended. You know, we didn't reach our ultimate goal, but you know, when you have time to sit back and you know, let things marinate and kick in, you realize that you know, what we accomplished from a baseball standpoint was pretty special. But from a country standpoint and a Toronto standpoint, where baseball was at just 6 months ago in this country and in Toronto, you know, it was a special ride, and you know, hopefully, you know, that's just the beginning of what's to come.
Hey, Kev, you know what's? I hope I can call you Kev. Well, what's super cool about your story is your rise to the top, and it's one of hard work, it's one of commitment, it's one of dedication, it's one that's seen the up and downs. You've really become an inspiration to so many young ball players. What's it like? Is that you know? Is there some pressure on that for you? You know, representing yourself so well.
No pressure. It was never. It was never something I set out to be, but at the same time, I understand that, you know, if I was able to have success, that I could possibly inspire some kids, you know, who went through a lot of the same things I did. You know, not getting Division I scholarships or not getting a lot of opportunity, being drafted late, whatever the circumstance may be. You know, most important is if you believe in yourself and you work hard and continue to outwork people and stay prepared, because you don't know when that opportunity is going to come. And you know, it was kind of my MO throughout my at least my professional career, was to go in and outwork people, always stay prepared, because I didn't know when my opportunity was going to come, and you know, when that opportunity arose, to take advantage of it.
And take advantage of it. You did. I mean, late in the season, too, you were just on fire at bat. You kept that going throughout the entire playoffs. Are you a guy who's always sort of are you a guy who's always loved the pressure and always wanted to perform even better when it came?
Yeah, I think you know, my dad always told me, if you can't handle the pressure, or if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. You know, he always applies that to pressure in sports. You know, especially playing in the big leagues or playing at the highest level of any sport you're going to compete in, you know, pressure is just part of the game. And, you know, it's how you handle that pressure. I felt like in the second half, and when we started playing some of those meaningful games in August and September, you know, I just remember feeling real calm and cool and collective when I was walking up to the plate in big situations. And, you know, I think more than anything, that's what allowed me to succeed is, you know, all the hard work and preparation you put in kind of leads up to very few moments in your season. And, you know, fortunately for me, I was able to get those opportunities and in some big at-bats, not only in the postseason, but in some of those games against the Yankees. And just being able to rise to the occasion is, you know, every athlete's dream.
Oh, no question. Kevin Pillar joins us here on the Todd Shapiro Show, one of your heroes of the Toronto Blue Jays, falling just shy of getting to the World Series. As a fan, Kevin, and I can tell you, I was at those 92, 93 World Series runs with my father, and now sort of as a new father myself, I can tell you that the fan side of me, the child side of me, hasn't gone away at all. And it was such an incredible feeling in a run. As a player, how can you guys sort of separate that kind of emotion that I think fans felt, say, with a big Game 5 home run by Bautista or a big stolen base? I mean, are you just as emotional as we are?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, possibly even more emotional. When those sort of things happen, like, you obviously saw the reaction to the dugout when Bautista hit that home run in Game 5. there was no holding back your emotions there. It was let it all hang out because we realized that something special, really just happened and occurred. But on the flip side, being an athlete, someone that competes in the game, you really have to be able to go back and find your center and really, after you let those emotions out, you really got to be able to put them back in and be able to go out and compete and finish the rest of the game. But, there's no doubt when he hits that home run or, like you said, a big stolen base, even his home run in Kansas City, there's, you feel like you're a fan of the guy too, and you can't help but be excited and be emotional. But at the end of the day, you got to go out and do your job and try to finish the task at hand.
I mean, I love the extremes, and I loved, the fact that you guys can show such emotion and then have such focus. I couldn't even barely, take a sip of my beer. I was so nervous at the stadium. You guys you're such pros at it. You speak of that camaraderie and how you're a fan of the other players on your team. Have you ever experienced anything like this in your life where it really, and it just appeared this way, you guys were just all best buds?
No, I mean, we talk about it all the time, and everyone really means it. Guys on this team really, really got along. And it's not every day you see guys get traded over late after the All-Star break and just come in and gel with everyone. And, we really enjoy each other's company, not only at the field but off the field, on our plane rides, on the bus, to the hotel. Guys really just enjoyed being together. Our families got along, our wives got along. The guys have kids, all their kids got along, and it just made for an enjoyable year, and it made you really want to go out there and compete for the guy next to you. Consider everyone a brother on that team, and and that's part of the reason I go out and play the way I do is because I'm willing to let it all hang out for my brother that's pitching that day or my teammates that I'm playing next to. Just really willing to go out there and do whatever it takes to help each other win.
Kevin Pillar, when you say you give it your all, listen, dude, you really give it your all. Those catches you were making all season long, infamous now for being known as Toronto's Superman or Major League Baseball's Superman. Does it not fucking hurt at times?
No, it does. It does. There's been a couple times where, I felt like I didn't really want to get up, but, getting picked up by either Revere or Batista off the ground, you kind of look them in the face, and it goes back to all those feelings that we talked about, that you're going to go out there and compete with these guys. You want to win. You're willing to do anything with these guys. And, as I sit here now, sitting on my couch about to leave Toronto in the morning, you just think about how insanely difficult it is to get to the postseason, and you just never know when that opportunity is going to come again. And we felt like we had something real special in that clubhouse, and we all know the uncertainties of guys coming back, due to free agency next year. And part of you gets sad because you're never going to really have that group of 25 guys ever together again. And when you really feel like it's a special group, you don't want that window of opportunity to close. And unfortunately for us, it ended in Game 6. And it still hurts. It's still something that, I probably won't be watching the World Series this year, knowing how close we were, and just the bitterness and maybe a slight hatred towards, Kansas City, just, them just being able to take everything that we've worked so hard for and then be able to come out on top of that series. You can't help but to dislike them. Don't hate anyone on the other team personally, but it's just too soon. You feel like you were the team that deserved to be there, and they just played better than us. And it's gonna be sad not to watch the World Series this year.
Well, man, I can tell you that it's obviously sad for all the Canadians not to be watching the Blue Jays playing in that World Series too. And you know what, Kevin, you and the rest of the Blue Jays, and I've got to know a couple of guys only on very brief levels. But you guys you've humanized sports athletes for so many. Your mentors not only on the field but as human beings and individuals, and the emotion you display and the honesty that you tell and speak of really, man, makes all of you just so likable. And the sadness that you're feeling as a player and who was so close to being there. I can't imagine what you're going through. I can think of days when I missed a road hockey goal and didn't let it go for 2 weeks. But I can only tell you this: you have the entire support of this nation, of this city, moving forward, and hopefully, we don't even know if Alex Anthopoulos is going to be there, but at least 24 to 23 of you will all be back there. That's the hopes. I imagine you're hoping the same.
Yeah, I know the majority of us are going to be back. A lot of us are under team control. Guys still have their contracts here with Toronto. There's a few of us that I'd love to see return. Like you said, we got so close to reaching that ultimate goal. I can only imagine what this team could do with, some of those additions for a full season, and guys being able to go through spring training together and an entire season together, how much closer we're going to get as a group and how much better we're going to be as a team.
I can't even imagine Tulo for a full season, and if David Price would come back for a full season, hopefully we got Estrada back. It seems like a no-brainer that it would be a 100-plus win club. I have a great team here too, Kevin. I know you don't have a ton of time. Kevin Pillar joins us. I would hate it though if I didn't give him an opportunity just to ask you a quick question. Roddy Comer?
Hey, Kev, I just got to say, from the start of the year to the end of the year, I started off not knowing much about you, but by the end of the year, you were actually my favorite player on the team, which kind of shows how much of an impact you had. But I had a question about the last game. After the game, was everyone in the clubhouse talking about how that Amish kid put his glove over the wall and stole that home run for the other team? Or, do you guys talk about the game a lot after, and are you upset about that kind of thing? Or?
Yeah, we're definitely upset about it. I don't want to get into the details of how we felt the series was umpired, because that can be a costly road for me and some of my teammates. But let's just say we definitely felt like we didn't get the benefit of the doubt on a lot of calls. Pictures usually don't lie. We're able to see the still shot of, what we saw with what you're calling the Amish kid catching the home run. But, at the end of the day, we as a unit manned up and understood that, we had opportunities to win that game still, despite everything that happened. If you would have told me we would have had second and third with no outs against Wade Davis in the ninth inning down by a run, I would have liked our chances with anyone coming up. But yeah, that one definitely hurt. Guys stayed after for a while and just kind of, talked about the year and talked about what happened. And more than anything, you just kind of got to decompress. The postseason, every game is so emotional. And then when it's over, it kind of just comes to a stop so suddenly. As much as you care about your family and your wife and stuff, sometimes that's one of those times you kind of just need to be surrounded by your teammates who know exactly what you're going through and exactly what you're feeling. And we took our time getting out of there and, hung out after, got up early and caught the plane back home, and, we're still trying to get over it still.
Kevin, I recently purchased, my name's Jay Brody, by the way. I recently purchased a large LCD screen, HD, watched all the games in great high definition. Just a quick question. Is Ken Rosenthal's bow tie as distracting in HD as it is in real life?
Absolutely. The only thing I could say is, getting to know him over the postseason, he's a really good guy, and the bow ties are for a good cause. Every different bow tie he wears represents some different charity. So for as distracting as they are for a good cause.
100%. And, the guys on the team, man, you're all so cool. But a couple things. Is Josh Donaldson like the coolest cat on the planet?
Josh Donaldson is extremely cool. He's extremely intense. He just doesn't like losing. No matter what it is. He's one of those guys that, whether it's, playing cards or competing with guys in batting practice or whatever it may be, he just doesn't like to lose. And I think that's what makes him so good. There's very few people out there that are like that and want to win at everything they do. And, you know what? At the end of the day, we had the right guy up at the right time.
Yeah.
Couldn't have asked for a better guy up. And you know what? We have all the faith in the world in him, that he was going to come through. And you know what? He didn't, but we look forward to him to being in that situation again in years to come. And more times than not, I think he's going to be successful.
Kevin, you're such a good dude. And R.A. Dickey, I know that there's an option year on him. If there's ever a life story in him, could Kevin Costner not play this guy? What a leader. What a well-spoken gentleman, isn't he?
Yeah, R.A. is a tremendous human being. He's quiet for the most part, but when he does speak, guys listen. And it's an important type of guy to have in your clubhouse. Just someone who's been in the league a long time, someone who's been through a lot of stuff in his own personal life. Very educated, very smart. Like you said, Kevin Costner could definitely play him in a movie if they ever made one.
Hey, Kevin, I know you gave us probably more of your time than you wanted to. You're humble, you're kind, you represent Canadians so well, and I'm really just so grateful for everything you've done for the city, for the country, like we said earlier. You, the entire team, and giving us moments now on this Todd Shapiro show. Dude, are you off to LA now?
Yeah, I leave in the morning.
At least the weather's good.
Yeah, the weather will be nice at home. Definitely going to miss the city, though. It will be nice getting back and enjoy the sunshine for a couple of days. But, with the seasons coming around, the holidays coming up, the sunshine kind of puts a damper on that a little bit.
Yeah, well, listen, man, go out there, have some fun, have a good rest. And we know, you know what, I think the confidence behind, like you said, you have in Donaldson is what we have in all of you to go next year right down to the World Series again, and I think go and kick ass and win it. You guys are all such beauties, as we say here in Canada. Thank you so much for your time, and have a safe off season, and protect those private areas and stuff. Go have some fun, and then we'll see you giving it all again in the spring and moving forward from there. Thank you, Kevin.
Sounds good. Talk to you guys soon.
All right, my man, Superman Kevin Pillar at K Pillar. On at K Pillar, is it 4 or 11? Geez, now I forget here. On Twitter, at K Pillar 11. He's just, what an awesome guy.
You won't find a harder working player in all of baseball. He, night after night, made the big catches, the big plays, hit the home runs. He did everything.
Hey, what's up? I'm Roddy. Subscribe to our channel. You're going to love it. For the rest of this episode, you got to check out our podcast online on the website. Go check it out. You won't be disappointed.